2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche NBA. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for. Kevin, back to you.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. It's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. It's an interesting time of the season. Some teams are getting ready for the playoffs, and other teams are thinking about off-season strategy, what they're going to do, and they're not going to play in the postseason. Two completely different lanes to go in.
Yeah, at this point, the decision has to be made. Are you going to go 1-2-3 Cancun, or are you going to make a run for the title? Are we going to get our squad lined up for next year? There's so many decisions right now, and now is the time to make it.
It's a lot more fun thinking about the playoffs, though, isn't it? You've been on both sides of that.
You don't do the 82 to not get the postseason. That's why you're playing all those games.
Well said. And the starting group for the Spurs, we've got Johnson. Jones is out there with Collins, and it's Sochan in at the 4. And for New York, the forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Jalen Brunson out there with Hart, and it's Robinson in at the 5. Now, here's Collins. 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off a shot before second violation.
New York ball.
And here's Brunson. Stolen by Collins. To the middle. Here's Sochan. Over Randall. A nice shot by Sochan.
And that's what they... have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to... If it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
I think he would say that's completely not true, but he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
Now, here is Robinson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson.
Horrible mistake right there. I hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Devontae Graham's checked in for Jones. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Collins kicks to Graham. Off target at the rim. Randall outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And with his strength, Randall can finish through the contact better than most. It's part of what makes this guy so valuable.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
And he knocks down the first one. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Famers.
No good on the second free throw.
This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
Hard against Johnson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Unselfish to the core. Johnson looking to make plays for others.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 2. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
And New York making a change here. Grimes is checked in. Graham surveying the floor. Randall grabs the board. Knicks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. New York again turning it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Hartenstein's checked in for the Knicks. And the Spurs with possession here. Graham with the ball. 17 points in his last outing. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Spurs. New York trailing. Pass to Hart. Unloads from 13. Here's Hartenstein, and that one is stuffed right through.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Now, here's Johnson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Bassey. The tray. Knicks with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Randall. The quick look, no good that time.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently, and I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
And the Knicks with possession here after Keldon Johnson missed from long range. That's tipped. Here's Bassey. The Knicks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Brunson. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Vassell. Stolen by Brunson. Ball going up court. Finished off the break. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
New York leading by 4. Here's Grimes. No points in the game yet for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. New York shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Quentin Grimes at the line.
He's off on the first.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. A different look for New York. Toppin, he's checked in for Randall. Quickly comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Rose in for Jalen Brunson. No luck that time either. Spurs trail by 4. Down low, here's Wesley. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Rose, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
He doesn't get the second one.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Throws it up high. Toppin can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
It's a tie game in New York. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Fans, a big round of applause.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Collins. Doug McDermott is out there with Jones. And it's Sohan in at the 4. Back to Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
The Spurs have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. So he comes up empty at the line.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Greg, in the era of positionless basketball, Mitchell Robinson is an old school center, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, during his first 4 years in the league, Robinson did attempt a single 3. Has led the league in shooting percentage, so Mitchell knows his role.
Kept alive, Sohan, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Robinson kicks to Quickly. The baseline J. Basket counts. Quickly's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there." And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
The Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now the pass to Sohan. The 3. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Rose. This time the assist from Barrett. And it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Back to Jones. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the foul on Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Randall's checked in for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Derrick Rose. Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. Pass to Sohan. Brunson against Jones. It's rebounded by Quickly.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Brunson. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. A different look for New York. Hartenstein's checked in for Robinson, and Hart subbed in for Quickly. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Spurs passing it around.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Brunson against Graham. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Out to the right wing, to the inside. Bassett, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And the Knicks making a change here. Grimes is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Brunson up top. Graham defending from 13. Here's Randall. And the layup's good off the glass. Randall's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pass to Vassell. On the wing, Johnson jacks up a 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Hart. Johnson with the block.
I love the positioning of Johnson on defense in a spot where he can affect the shot.
Passes it to Vassell. Kicks it to Graham. Johnson outside. Off target from 3-point range.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
The Spurs making a switch here. Wesley's checked in.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful on third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Greg, Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player, but he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still, not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
That one is no good. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Grimes. Johnson with the rebound.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at that rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Wesley's got his second basket.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Out left to the wing. Back to Vassell. Top of the key. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Brunson, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've reached halftime in this one. Knicks lead by 7. And now we'll send it.
22.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. And they had their fingerprints all over that second quarter, coming back from a deficit and building a 7-point lead. And taking a look at the Knicks, Shaq, what'd you think?
They were getting after it on the glass. Like, wow, they got a nice edge in that department, which has led to this lead. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first half. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
Hey, Ernie, it's not hard to see while they're down. They're not even shooting 35% from the field. They've got to come up with some new wrinkles. If they can create better shots, then they have a better chance.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Time to make some noise.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
San Antonio ball.
Johnson outside. Feeds it to Jones. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Good read from Johnson. Every year he seems to improve as a passer.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
Mitchell Robinson out there with Hartenstein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Barrett, and it's Hart in at the 2 guard. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Jones against Brunson. Takes it from 10. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Picked off in midair. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Robinson with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Julius Randle's checked in for Hartenstein.
New York Knicks. Julius Randle.
And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Collins passes to Sohan. Jones looking for an opening. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Clearly caught him off guard with that move. Not the guy you'd expect to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully there.
Randall down low. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
To the left wing. Defended by Hart from 12 feet out. That one wide left. The Knicks leading by 7. And it's Barrett penetrating. That one goes in. Barrett's got his second bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Johnson. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And guys, Keldon Johnson has continued to perfect his craft.
A very flexible forward, scoring the ball better than he ever has, and that growing confidence you can see. He can spot up or shoot or slash his way to the rim.
Hart, that's good. And now an 11-point New York lead.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
Here comes your Knicks City answers, everyone. Get loud for them.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Spurs trail by 9. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Rose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Rose, a fighter, someone who challenges defenders inside and attracts their attention.
2 shots.
Rose hits them both. And so Graham will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 9-point game. The 10-footer. Had a piece of it.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
Here's Randall, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. San Antonio making a switch here. Wesley's checked in.
Into the lineup.
Spurs trail by 9.
Wesley.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the third. And it's Graham missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now Wesley. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he said, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success? He says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Now here's Graham. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Count that bucket.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. And the call will be against Julius Randle. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Hartenstein's checked in for the Knicks. Quickly comes in for Rose.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Devin Vassell at the line, 2 shots.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The Knicks leading by 4. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Randall. And Randall throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision. Plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And so it's New York with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. And that one is good from Hartenstein.
Knicks lead 47-42.
Up top, Vassell. Barrett covering. And another basket for San Antonio.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. It's the Knicks. They're up by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's hear what Coach Tom.
Gotta make hustle play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Jones. Melvin Johnson is out there with Collins. And it's Sohan in at the power forward.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for New York. He hits the second from the line.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Quickly covering. There's the pass to Sohan. Johnson with it to take the lead. Rebounded by Hart.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
From 11 feet away, here's Robinson, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. To the left side wing. Quickly covering. No good. That would have tied it. The Knicks with the lead. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin. No doubt about it with their turnovers in the second half.
Johnson, a wide open look. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Defended by Hart. Collins wide open. He fires. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And, guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Brunson, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Second personal foul.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Jalen Brunson at the line, 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Brunson. San Antonio trailing here. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Pass to Jones. Here's Sohan. Spurs passing it around. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Quickly finds Hart. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Johnson against Quickly. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. And it's checked in for New York.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks, R.J. Barrett.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And taken away by Johnson. Outside Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And after what was just a horrendous shooting performance in that first half, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here in the second. And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his 5th foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Sohan, the pass to Collins. Lets the 3 fly.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Johnson against Barrett. Second shot opportunity. Count the basket. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
The deeper into crunch time we get, the harder he's going to work on that offensive glass. He is pouring it in this quarter. Maybe double team of shoot at this point in time, triple team the dude.
And the basket is good.
And you'll never see Randle back down in a big moment. He's looking to be the guy when they need a bucket.
Here's Sohan. Off target from outside. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. The lead is 2. Randle with the bucket.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
And that's the kind of effort that it takes down the stretch, going all out for that clutch bucket.
Here's Johnson. Robinson with the block. to the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And that is a huge call. That is not who they wanted to see headed to the bench with the outcome still in question. And luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thanks so much, David. Looking to end his cold spell. Toppin controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Knicks lead by 6.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them. This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Stolen by Robinson, and that's an intentional foul. And the Knicks making a change here. Fournier is checked in. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Fifth team foul. Trey Jones at the line. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 7. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. For 3. Collins grabs the miss. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain the possession.
Sohan at the line. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
On the court.
Seven seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Leases one from 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
New York calls timeout. They're up by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth. That's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. They could win it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees New York take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Hey, I'm a new streamer. Any tips for me, bro? Just subscribe to your channel.